Creative friends, welcome. Edna Edie here from the Creativity Activist, bringing you a whole video today of the Pretty Little Studio Love is Kind collection. I've been umming and ahhing about whether to purchase a new collection for the season of love. Tried to convince myself that I could use mixed collections from creating past, but I found this. I don't think it's new this year, and I've never had Pretty Little Studio products before, and I've always really admired them. So I lent in and I treated myself to what I could purchase from this collection. And little walkthrough today. So I did get, they call it a lovely mix of assorted die cuts. 87. I do love that they take the opportunity to give us some extra background paper in the packaging. And this includes mixed ephemera, some tickets, some hearts. I will probably lean into using more of the pinks, reds and yellows in this collection for the Valentine makes, but see how a lot of them have different sorts of quilted bits of papers across them, which I thought was very interesting. So some hearts, some tabs, quite a lot of tabs. This is a scrapbooking kit, but I have lots of use for tabs in embellishment work and all sorts of other card making. I really love the quilted clouds. Pretty. So I thought it had a good mix of ephemera that I could use for the season of love, and then just in general. Let's bring up these. So some cupcakes, lots of different sizes from really tiny to medium sizing, which I thought was good. Some little sweets with hearts on them. Some berries in 2 shades, a couple of little hearts, some butterflies, some postage stamps, sort of a bit quirky. Not sure how I'll use those, but I'll try. Some little words, besties, memories, friends, hanging out, best together. Some cherries, which is very in vogue. Some little treats, some florals, some with some foliage, some without. And this, I think it's a bird with a cherry and a cupcake. Not quite sure if I haven't got the reference there, but there you go. So that's the little ephemera pack. And then I also bought the brackets and labels pack. So this is mainly labels, some variety, and then some consistency. So there's some brackets here. Do like the tealy sort of blues and the reds in this range. More labels, some bigger labels which will be good for the base of ephemera, and then these which I'll use probably as border strips rather than labels across my work. But you could stamp on them as well. And just some plain ones. So I like having those as background elements. And then I did buy the butterflies. I can't remember if I bought 2 packets on purpose or not, but I was thinking with the butterflies that this would allow me to extend what I have left at the end over to broader seasonal card making. And these are a variety of quilted and striped butterflies, varying sizes. I love that yellow one with the hearts on it. Some more traditional looking butterflies, and then going down into the smaller sizes. So lots of variety there that I'll be able to use. So I'm happy with the embellishments. I'm trying not to fling them everywhere. And I'm sure I'll use all of those butterflies. The other embellishments I got are the cut apart you and me word flags. Always struggle for sentiments at this time of the year in the context of the love season. I loved these little stickers too, so I can see some things on there. Bestie, my friend, BFF. More Galentines than Valentines is what I was looking for there. And then there is a paper pack, so I'll walk through those papers. I also got a freebie stamp. I bought this animals die cut from Honeybee Stamps. The notion is I'm going to pair the collection with some animals and their hearts for my Galentines making this year. So let's see how I go with that. And in that vein, I have got this Mr. Fox as well. So he's got a pumpkin, which is probably quite seasonal. I won't be using that, but certainly the Hello and the Mr. Fox, I'm sure I can use that with the other themes that I've got going on there. And then I bought the 12 by 12 papers. They are double-sided. The Love is Kind. 24 patterns from the main and mixed single-sided packs. I didn't see any of those packs available, so I'd say this is from a previous year and I've just come across it now. The back is printed, nothing I would use. A, it's really floral, but B, it's actually quite fuzzy, so I'm not quite sure if there was a printing problem there. And then onto the papers. So these will be cut apart for use in smaller projects, but I do love the mixed paper and the quilting there in this Totally Sweet paper, and then the splotchy one on that side, and then the splotches continue over the back there. And then this is tiny little hearts, and I love this big quilted heart on the back there. Super cool, best of times. And then cherries for cherry pick. Nice to have the pale pink background on that, and then a ledger paper on the back of that one, and then the hearts in yellow from Happy Heart. And I loved these heart flowers on the back. And then the quilted strips of paper in This Is Us, and little florals on the back of that one. And then mixed cherries, hearts and lollies, and some sunglasses in this one called Enjoy a Treat. Repeating that ledger on the back. It's a different one, but very similar. And then these quilted hearts down the side, or sewn hearts close to my heart. And then I love this paper on the back with all of the edge-to-edge papers. Hearts, multicoloured in Love is Kind. And more of a traditional scrapbooking page on the back there, but I'm sure I'll be able to use that for something. And then the little straws with the fabric bits down the side, full of love. And on the back, it's got more of that type of treatment. And then going over to what they call white strawberry with the strawberry-esque flowers. Pretty cool. And then a simple check on the back. And then sugar-coated lolly hearts. Look at the stripe on the back. I loved that one. And then I loved the Be Mine, which is the check in pink. And then it's got pink tones in the paper on the back. And then these are banners. And then that's the back of the paper pad. So that's just a usable piece of paper on the back of that. So that concludes my little walkthrough of what's going to inspire me with my Galentine makes this year. Bring it on. Lots of pink and red and a dash of yellow is my plan. And some really cute animals. Let's see how I go. Enjoy.